This altcoin is connecting the worlds of AI and big data.
This project is using AI and machine learning to disrupt a $300 billion market.
Welcome to the Bean Pod. This is your place for all things stocks and crypto. From beginner tips to expert picks. Use this as fuel for your investing journey, because when you're in the know, your money will grow.
This episode of the Bean Pod is sponsored by BitGet.
BitGet is the most user-friendly and secure crypto trading platform for both beginners and experienced traders.
BitGet is the best place to not only trade Bitcoin and Ethereum, but also all the small cap gems that we discuss every day.
With 24/7 customer support, leverage trading, and a wide array of other advanced features, BitGet sets itself apart from every other centralized exchange.
Through Beanstalk's official partnership with BitGet, you'll receive 15% off all trading fees when you sign up using the referral link in the description.
All views expressed by speakers on the Bean Pod are solely their opinions. You should not treat any opinion expressed on the Bean Pod as a specific inducement to make a particular investment or follow a specific strategy, but only as an expression of their opinion. This podcast is for informational purposes only.
Welcome to the Bean Pod. This is Shane, aka the Jolly Green Investor.
And this is Josh, the Nifty Investor.
Today, we're going to be revealing a brand new altcoin that is connecting the worlds of artificial intelligence and big data.
This is a small cap, well, relatively small cap, that is the world's first AI data infrastructure. This platform is revolutionizing a $300 billion industry, big data, and it's sitting right in between AI and this big data industry. It's absolutely revolutionary.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, well, think about it. AI, at its heart, it's machine learning, right? It's trained on data. So right away, you know how important the world of big data is to AI. So as you said at the start of the episode, big data, the market size, the global market of big data is 300 billion. It's projected to grow to nearly 1 trillion within the next decade. And then you have AI, which is going to be a multi-trillion-dollar market within the next 5 to 10 years. This project sits at the intersection of the two. And once we start talking about the features of the project, how smart the whole roadmap and the partners and backers behind this, you're really going to see why we've personally invested into this one and why we think it's a small cap gem.
So emphasizing Web3 data infrastructure, they're taking what was once a centralized approach and making it a decentralized approach to data collection, data annotation, everything to do with this data, which is so imperative when you're training AI models. If an AI model receives the wrong information, the wrong data, the output could have devastating consequences. If you have a Democrat programming a AI model, it's going to come out a lot different than if a Republican is doing it.
Right.
That's what happens when it's centralized. When it's decentralized, you have people from all around the world. This expedites the data that gets to it. It also ensures that it's receiving the appropriate information and ultimately speeds up and makes it much more cost effective to train these models, which cost millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a lot of the reasons that we like BitTensor Tau, right? They're decentralizing all this stuff in AI because when you have centralized companies like Google and Apple and whatever that are controlling Microsoft, controlling AI, one, they can charge whatever they want. You need very skilled personnel to run all the, manage all these big data algorithms and all this kind of stuff. But when you put it into a decentralized open source ecosystem, there's a ton of advantages for if you're running a small business and you need to have your data analyzed, then you're going to go to something like this project rather than try to go and, pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to OpenAI or Microsoft to try to do it for you.
You have to think, you have all this data. What do you do with it? How do you make it revolutionary? How do you change the world with this data? It takes time, it takes energy. So what they have is they have a new approach to big data labeling and processing through something known as train to earn. It's a train to earn model for millions of crypto users, and you can earn rewards for contributing to this ecosystem and the advancement of AI solutions and models. Typically, traditional settings, you get the data. That data has to be analyzed. It's done in a centralized manner. Like I said, that's slow, costs a lot, it's ineffective. That's where this model comes in, and that's where this project comes in and changes everything, and it's incubated and backed by one of our favorites.
Yeah, so the name of the project we're talking about today, this new AI project, is called AIT Protocol. Ticker is AIT. And the reason that we immediately decided to invest early in this is because it's backed by one of our favorite AI projects, PAL. So PAL has performed very, very well over the last year, one of the top gainers at one point. And they created a specific roadmap. And I think AIT protocol, being backed and incubated by PAL, is following this roadmap to a T. We already saw a very successful launch with AIT. It's up a tremendous amount. However, I think with all of the things that they have going for them and their amazing relationship with PAL, I think this thing has room to run. As we know, AI is going to be one of the top narratives for this coming bull run. I think the top narrative. AI is going to consume everything. And big data is another huge narrative as well. So I think a lot of the things that we're going to reveal about how it works, you're going to see that AIT protocol is definitely a gem.
Here's what I like. When you're incubated by PAL, and we look at the number of holders there are of the PAL token now and the number of projects that PAL's onboarded. And when PAL is sponsoring the biggest AI summits in the world, the connections that they've made.
Yep.
Who do you think now is going to have access to all these partners that PAL has come across?
Yep.
AIT.
For sure.
And they're following the blueprint. You know, if you're just an AIT token holder and don't give a shit about what it is they're trying to solve, they're following the same blueprints. They've introduced staking. There's a lockup period. What ends up happening is the tokens going up. People are like, shit, I better lock my tokens. Lock it for 28 days, get beautiful 40% APY. But during that time of the lockups, they come up with massive news, massive partnerships. And then those people can't sell because it's locked up. But you're like, well, why would I sell?
Yeah.
Because this project's doing so great.
Yeah.
And it does like this like feedback loop. And the price just kind of slowly trickles up and up and up.
It's an interesting snowball effect there for sure. So here's like the pitch for the AIT business, the value proposition. So it's as AI becomes so much more mainstream, you know, like everyday people are still not using AI. You know, I mean, you know, we use ChatGPT for all kinds of different things, but we work in the tech world. You're going to see over the next 3-5 years, everyone is going to be using AI, and not just in a personal basis, but every small business, whether it's a grocery store or a coffee shop or a retail store, everyone is going to be using AI to analyze their data to help make things more efficient and help, at the end of the day, make more money, right? Right now, we're seeing a massive monopoly in AI. Microsoft, Google, all these companies, they own AI. But when you have thousands, possibly millions of small businesses around the world that are all going to want to start to use AI, AIT protocol comes in. They say, look, we will analyze your data using our decentralized algorithms at a fraction of the cost that these big companies will charge. And because everyone is going to be uploading their data, so what happens is a small business will come to AIT protocol. They will upload all their data to the AIT algorithm. Not only will they get their data analyzed by their AI algorithm, they're going to be getting rewarded by helping train the AIT protocol platform. So it's train to earn, as you mentioned earlier. That's how the train to earn works. So there's incentives for people to come to AIT, help monetize their business, and get their data analyzed and earn the token.
Yeah, I know. It's a great feedback loop. I tried to find an example that would kind of resonate with anybody. So that, because, you know, AI, blockchain, train to earn, it sounds really confusing, right? So I found like a healthcare example. So hopefully everybody can understand this. It's like, you have to imagine there's vast amounts of data daily from various resources or sources like patient records, clinical trials, research studies, etc. And you have to realize that this is happening daily and all around the globe. So the problem is efficiently processing this data and extracting meaningful insights. So yeah, you have a patient record over here and you have a clinical trial that's happening over there. How do you bring that all together and actually figure out, all right, well, let's connect the dots. That's where this AIT comes in. So you create a decentralized platform where medical researchers can now take this data, which collaborates with scientists, and can analyze it and spit out meaningful inputs, which can then advance AI models for disease prediction or drug discovery. So it's taking all these different data sets, bringing it together, and then spitting out something that's going to change the world from an AI perspective.
Yeah, no, it's a great example, and I think people can resonate that. And that, you know, you can take that example and apply it to all kinds of different businesses. And I think, you know, one thing that we've kind of haven't really mentioned because we're so used to it now is just the fact that this is a good way to integrate AI and blockchain technology. So if you're a small business and you want to have your data analyzed, like you said earlier, by like a centralized company, it's not open source. You have no idea what's going on. You have no idea how it's being analyzed. But with blockchain technology, it's all open source, permissionless, trackable, right? So it's all, you can see everything that's happening. It's blockchain. It's going to solve so many of these like privacy issues where it's like, all right, where's your data? What are they doing with it? How are they manipulating with it? What are they doing with your payment? It's all on the blockchain. So it's all there to see. So I think the trust is going to be there from a small business perspective. And then going along with the cost savings. And then you can talk about the machine learning algorithm where people are uploading their data. Again, I always, refer back to BitTensor and Tau. But the more people that upload their data to the AIT platform, the more it's learning about how to analyze data, the more it's going to grow and get better over time. It's just going to become this massive big data AI analyzing monster. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And like, if you're a small business as well, and because it's decentralized and there's people from all around the world working on it, you now have access to a talent pool globally. If you and I want to start doing some data analytics for, YouTube podcasts, all these other things, we can now tap into AIT, which has its global resources available to us.
Yeah.
We can't get that any other way.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, like as we said before, they're incubated by PAL. They're partnered with Layer 0, OKX, Manta, and ZK Sync. Some of the largest and like most kind of hypey protocols that are going to be launched over the next year. So they've got big partners, big backers. They're operating in the hottest narrative in crypto. And look, they're making waves all over social media. There's people are posting about AIT everywhere, and it only recently just launched. This could become one of the top AI altcoins in all of crypto. And yeah, look, it's still early days. So I think
still in testnet.
Yeah.
So still some bugs and stuff, but that's why we like to present these projects a bit earlier before mainnet goes live.
Yep.
Because that's when it's already operating and flowing. Like
for sure.
We want to find these projects in testnet.
Yep.
And that's why, we want to bring that to light today.
For sure, yeah. So as I already said, we personally invested in AIT protocol. I'm personally staking my tokens. I think this is a long-term winner in the AI industry. And look, if you have any questions about AIT or any other AI tokens that you want us to discuss, leave them in the comments.
And then tune to the next episode,
because that one is going to be a banger.
All views expressed by speakers on the BeanPod are solely their opinions. You should not treat any opinion expressed on the BeanPod as a specific inducement to make a particular investment or follow a specific strategy, but only as an expression of their opinion. This podcast is for informational purposes only.